Everyone, hello and welcome to Gradeup. My name is Abhishek Singh and I welcome you all in this really interesting and very crucial session. And it's in fact a very good session that is going to be. It's about the cheetahs. The cheetahs, the fastest terrestrial animal, the fastest animal on the land to make a comeback, to make a grand comeback to India. All right. Before that, before the cheetah makes a comeback, so let me welcome all of you here. Hello Priyanka, hello Rekha, how are you guys? So make sure that as soon as you join this session, you just share this session with your friends as well so that they can also join in. All right. So, guys, here is the topic, that is the cheetahs to make a comeback to India. In the last week only, we got to hear the news that cheetahs, the fastest animal, they are returning to India. So, we will discuss here in this section that why is this important for you as an UPSC aspirant? What is the significance of the animal for the particular biome or particular habitat in which they are living? And what are the historical realities behind the extinction of the cheetahs, which became the only large species to extinct from India after independence, right? So without any further delay, let me introduce myself. This is my brief introduction, guys. This is my name, and I have been giving the guidance to the UPSC aspirants since 2017. These are the UPSC credentials that I have achieved, and let's come to the point. So what is the context here? What's the context here? The basic thing that we need to understand that 8 cheetahs, out of that 5 males and 3 females, they are going to make a comeback to India, right? They will travel almost more than 5,000 miles from South Africa, right, to their new home in sprawling national park in India about in November. All right. So guys, most of the cheetahs are actually present nowadays only in the 3 areas of South Africa, 3 regions of Southern Africa. That is the South Africa, the state, Namibia, and Botswana, right? As far as India is concerned, so India is the home to, right, two of the big cats. Big cats. Which are the 2 big cats, guys, in India? They are first the Royal Bengal tiger. All right, Royal Bengal tiger, the flagship species of the Asiatic tiger, and second, that is Asiatic lions. So currently Asiatic lions are found only in India, in Gujarat, Gir National Park, or the Gir forests, basically, right? So this is going to be the 3rd big cat. Yes, obviously there are leopards and all that, but these are going to be the third. This is going to be the 3rd majestic cat which is going to be introduced in India once again. Once upon a time, if we see the cheetahs, they were very prominently present in India. In fact, all around the upper Deccan region, that is in Madhya Pradesh, in Satpura region and all that, all around there, the cheetahs were present. But due to certain reasons, obviously we will discuss those reasons in the class, the cheetahs, they started losing their habitat, and very soon, post independence, they became extinct. So guys, since 2009, India is trying to relocate the few cheetahs in India from other countries in Africa, right? However, Supreme Court had not permitted this thing, right? So, but finally, what happened? The Supreme Court, it has lifted the 7 years long stay, and now it is absolutely clear that we are going to bring them back. Okay, bring them back. So guys, if we talk about the last cheetah to be seen in India, so there are some opinions that in 1967-68, one female one female cheetah that was supposed to be observed. However, in 1952 only, the government of India declared the status of cheetah as extinct. Okay, as extinct. Which year? 1952 only. All right. And where were these last recorded animals? They were present in the Chhattisgarh. Okay, in Chhattisgarh. What is Chhattisgarh today? In that time it was in Madhya Pradesh, and there is a place called Korea. Korea, that is near Surajpur in the Sarguja division. Okay, Sarguja division of Chhattisgarh is there. So in that we had one Maharaja Ramanuj Pratap Singh Dev, who actually shot the last 3 recorded Asiatic cheetahs in India. Guys, if we are calling this as Asiatic cheetahs, so definitely that means that some cheetahs might be there in the other parts of Asia as well. Hello Arpit, hello Apri, Tanvi, good afternoon. Apul, good afternoon. Aparajita, how are you guys? Right, so guys, quickly tune with the going on lecture and understand the things. Okay, so there must be some other places also where the cheetahs might be there, isn't it? So let us have a look on this map. It shows the location. It shows the location of the present cheetah range and the historic range of the cheetahs. Guys, you will be surprised to learn that entire India, almost entire India, almost entire Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, even some parts of Uzbekistan, right? And completely Iran, Iraq, Middle East, and entire Africa, including Saharas and Sub-Saharan Africa, including the Southern Africa. All this area was the historical range of the cheetahs. But presently, if you see, then only in Algeria, okay, some parts of Mali, slight present in the Niger, okay, in the Cameroon, and in the countries like Chad, okay, or if we see Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and mostly in the South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia. Right, so currently we are procuring it from South Africa's Namibia, that South African regions, Namibia. Okay, so that is going to cover up the journey from this to here. Okay, so Asiatic cheetahs currently they are found only in Iran, So guys, if we talk about the new home of the cheetahs in India, that where are they going to be present? रहेंगे कहाँ पर उनको बसाया जाएगा, क्या जगह है वो, कौन से प्लेस पर? So all these things we will discuss right now. Okay, so Sunanda, good afternoon to you. So guys, cheetahs are going to be settled in the Kuno National Park. You can note it down. Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh, right? Which is very rich in the prey like antelopes. That means basically the deer family. Okay, deer family. And wild boars, jungly suar, right? Also, the wildlife experts are rooting for a tiger reserve in Rajasthan's Mukundra Hills as a promising habitat. Okay. So guys, we will see that on the map as well, that Kuno National Park, that is the part of the Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary. You can definitely understand why is this so important to learn, because UPSC is treating the wildlife sanctuaries, national parks and all as a favorite. You can check the question papers from 2016 onwards. Almost every year there has been a question from the wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries, national parks, biosphere reserves, right? In fact, in 2018 or 19, if I'm not wrong, there was a question from the, right, there was a question from the Mannar, okay, Mannar region of Kerala, that it is the part of which biosphere reserve. Okay, so that is how the questions are asked. So this Kuno National Park, where this cheetahs will be placed, it is located in the Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary, and it is the same place. It is the same place which was decided to relocate the lions from Gujarat to Madhya Pradesh. Some lions from Gujarat to Madhya Pradesh. However, that project could not take off, and therefore the same place is now chosen for another big cat, that is cheetah. All right. So guys, their question comes into the mind that is it the first time that such things of the relocation is taking place? Answer is no, because the similar situation was there in 2017, where the just four cheetahs were reintroduced in the Malawi, right? Malawi. If you see Malawi, right, that is the country in Africa only. All right, that is the country in Africa only. And in Malawi, those four cheetahs, they have now risen to become 24. So this experiment has been successful in Malawi. That is why in India, we are introducing the cheetahs to in this range. Are you able to see this in the map? Everyone, you can check it out in the zoomed map as well. This is the Palpur Kuno Wildlife Sanctuary in the Shivpuri and Shivpur. Okay, basically some parts of Morena, some parts of Shivpuri, some parts of the Rajasthan's districts are there. Okay, so mainly it is in Shivpur. All right. So this is going to be the future home of the upcoming cheetahs to India. Now let us discuss something about the cheetahs past. Okay, the cheetahs past in India. And before that, guys, if you are loving this lecture, so don't forget to give it a good thumbs up. That encourages the confidence, obviously. And you can also share it with your friends as well, right? And let us see the cheetahs in India from past to present. You know what? Very interesting thing. The first cheetah in the world to be bred in captivity, यानी controlled position में चीते का जो सबसे पहला breeding करवाया गया, that was in the India during the rule of Mughal Emperor Jahangir in 16th century, right? In 16th century. Basically, if we see that his father Akbar was there, right, who claimed that there were 10,000, right, 10,000 cheetahs. All right, guys, it will be 16th, actually it will be the 17th century, right, 17th century, right, it is 1600s, you can say, right? So 17th century is the time, not 16th. So Akbar, he claimed that he had 1,000 cheetahs in his court, right? And in fact, there was a record that there were 10,000 cheetahs in his kingdom only, in Akbar's empire only. And mind it, that Akbar's empire did not include the all of India. All right. However, if we see in the 20th century, when the cheetahs, their numbers started declining very rapidly, you know what? Many princely states, rulers, and many princes, they used to import the cheetahs for the purpose of the sports and the hunting, right? Still, if we see that between 1799 to 1968, there were at least 230 cheetahs in the wild, in the forest. Okay. However, we all know that this animal was declared extinct in 1952 only, and the last cheetah that was visualized in India, that was in 1968 near Korea in Chhattisgarh. Okay. Now, what are the reasons because of which they became extinct so fast? The reasons include like hunting, diminishing habitat. Guys, this is one of the very, very important reasons which most of the people ignore. They think that hunting and poaching, etc., that is the big reason. Biggest reason is that, guys, cheetahs are, they are the fastest running animal. We all know that. We also know that they cannot maintain the peak speed for more than 7 to 10 seconds. Okay. And this is why if we count that speed of 110 kilometers per hour, right? So we can say that they need at least a very wide area to cover their prey. शिकार करने के लिए उनको जगह जो है वो चाहिए होती है ज्यादा, और they also need, right, and they also need the less dense or less woody vegetation. उनको पेड़ों वाले जंगल नहीं चाहिए, उनको चाहिए घास वाले जंगल जहां पर बिना किसी ऑब्स्टेकल के तेजी से दौड़ सके. और घास होगी, right, wherever there will be the grasses, the grazing animals like the black buck, gazelle, hare, all these will be there. However, in India we have very, very less such forest area which can be classified under the grasslands. That's why the diminishing habitat is the biggest reason. All right. Then during the British rule, what happened? The cheetahs were eliminated through the bounty hunting. इनाम रखा जाता था उनके ऊपर. क्यों? Why was this bounty hunting program? You might have heard the name of the Jim Corbett. Have you heard the name of Jim Corbett? He used to hunt the tigers, right? Hunt the tigers, and especially those tigers who had become the very dangerous for the human settlements in their area, and that is why similar things were applied to the cheetahs as well. They were killing the villagers, they were killing the livestock entering into the village area, so that's why they had become dangerous. All right. India actually, after declaring the animal into the extinct stage in 1952, it started the efforts to reintroduce the cheetahs once again. So around 1970s, Iran was looked for a great option for India, where 300 cheetahs were still there. However, we all should understand that in 1979, there was the Islamic coup in Iran. Okay, there was the Islamic revolution in Iran, and the rule of the Iran's Shah of the Pahlavi dynasty, that ended. And who became the supreme leader? Ayatollah Khomeini, who is also right now. So due to the change of the government in Iran, the change of the government system in Iran, they simply abolished such export of the cheetahs from Iran to India. So therefore India could not get the cheetahs earlier. Now we are getting it, right? Now we are getting it after Supreme Court has revoked the, right? It has evoked the ban on the relocation. So there must be some importance of that, na? Because of which we are so much worried and we are so much concerned about these things, isn't it? So what is the importance of the relocation? Two things are there which doesn't seem very, you can say very highlighted, but they are really important. First, guys, being the large predator in the grassland areas, it is expected to bring a balance in this biome and its habitat. Example, Do you know that in most of the areas of the Tarai in UP, Tarai is actually a low-lying land which is very famous for having the having the areas of Bhabar. So Bhabar are the higher lands, okay, the gravel area, and Tarais are the low-lying lands. Tarais are very famous for the grass, okay, grasses also. So on the edges of the Tarais, we have the grasslands. However, those are actually nowadays more occupied by the Nilgai, right? Nilgai. So guys, you might have known about the Gaurs. You might have known about the Nilgai, okay, or the other types of bisons. They are actually increasing in the numbers in the forest areas of Madhya Pradesh as well as forest areas of the Rajasthan and in Chhattisgarh, etc. So to bring a balance, it will be very crucial to introduce another cat predator, that is cheetah. Okay, and at the same time, because cheetahs are mostly targeted, see, cheetahs are very delicate animals, right? Why am I saying that? Because they are fastest, but they are not the strongest among the cats. So therefore, very often it happens with them that their hunt, which they do, right, their prey is actually stolen by the other animals like lions, like hyenas and all that, right? Also, there are the clashes among the other cats with the cheetahs for the area's dominance. However, in India, there will be no such issues, isn't it? That is why they will get the ample availability of the grazing animals as their prey, and it will bring a balance in the grassland habitat of India. Grasslands are also very neglected habitats despite the largest number of the Schedule 1 protected animals. Right. So that's why once cheetahs will be there, so like today we are very much aware and very much worried and concerned about what? Which is the most discussed animal nowadays in India? Tiger. Do you remember? पूरे देश में कितने टाइगर बचे हैं भाई? है ना, पहले था कि 700, फिर उसके बाद कितना हुआ 1100. अभी की डेट में आप देखिए that it has gone upper in the upside of the numbers nearby 3000 or something. Okay, almost more than 2000. So it will be currently nearby 2500 or 3000 as an estimate. So we can say that if the cheetahs will be relocated, the grasslands and other animals under the Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Act 1972, they will also be getting some sort of preference. भाई उनकी भी कोई सुध लेगा ना कि भाई चीता के साथ साथ वो भी एनिमल्स जो कि शेड्यूल 1 में आते हैं ग्रासलैंड्स में, right? So that is why it is very important decision of the government right now. And if we talk about the IUCN status of cheetah, so guys, in Africa it is just vulnerable. However, in Asia it is the critically endangered species. And India, it will be almost extinct, right? Almost extinct, otherwise critically endangered. All right, if it is reintroduced, then otherwise currently what is the status of cheetah in India? It is extinct. Okay, so how can the questions be asked from this particular topic? Okay, now this page can give you one question. For example, that question number is there, consider the following. Consider the following. Please pay attention to the questions. That is the most important part, and I show you the live that how are the questions formed from this information only. Statement number 1 says that grasslands in India are amongst the most diversified in terms of biological, okay, diversity or biodiversity. Second statement, grasslands contain the maximum number of Schedule 1 protected species under Wildlife Act 1972. So which of these statements are correct? सही स्टेटमेंट्स कौन से हैं ये आपको बताना है. A is like 1 only, B is like 2 only, C is for both, and D is for none. The answer will be option number B, 2 only, because grasslands in India are not the most diversified or not the most prominent in the terms of biological diversity, because grasslands are very less in India, right? They are very less in India. And second thing, in India, it is not the grasslands which are the most biodiverse region, but it is the foothills of the Western Ghats and the Himalayas which are the most biodiverse in the nature. All right. So that is why this answer will be the right one. The B choice will be the right answer. Similarly, if you can see from this page, okay, what questions can be asked. All right. So look at this question, a sample question, another sample question for you. That statement, okay, consider the following. What is the statement 1? That under the recommendation of the expert committee, Kuno Palpur region of Rajasthan is chosen for the relocation of cheetahs. Statement number 2 is that the relocation of cheetahs is the only example of the movement of big cats from one continent to the other continent. So you have to choose that which of these are incorrect. गलत कौन से हैं इन दोनों बातों में? Incorrect. The choices will be like A, B, C and D. It will be like 1 only, 2 only, both and none. ठीक है, तो गलत कौन से हैं आपको ये बताना है. And again your answer will be option number A, 1 only is the wrong. क्यों भाई? क्योंकि दुनिया में एक बड़े कैट को, ठीक है ना, एक कॉन्टिनेंट से दूसरे कॉन्टिनेंट तक ले आने का इकलौता एग्जाम्पल दैट इज दिस वन विच इज गोइंग टू बी conducted from Africa to India, from Africa to Asia basically. All right. Yes, if it was written that it is the only example of the relocation of the big cat, then it would have become wrong. तब ये गलत हो जाता. Why so? Because such reintroduction has been done in Malawi. लेकिन I had already told you that Malawi was in Africa only. So that is why it will be in the same continent. But if it is coming to India, it is coming from a different continent to a different continent. So that's why such type of typical questions can be asked from the today's topic. So I hope that all of you enjoyed and understood the context here. Isn't it, everyone? Can you do confirm it, right? Yes, exactly. All right, so thank you so much everybody for joining us, and make sure that if you are preparing for the UPSC IAS examination, so join the Gradeup, which will be providing you the best of the best opportunities, such as the structured study plan, expert faculty members, and best study materials. Just feel free to speak to our counselors on this number, and you will be guided by some of the best faculties of all over the country here. All of them have appeared in the UPSC interviews either once or multiple times, in fact, and they possess the multiple years of experience as well. All right. So don't forget to subscribe and join to our Telegram channel as well, where you will get the live sessions with the faculty members. You can also get your answers, okay, and checked with the faculties. And don't forget to share and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Gradeup IAS. So guys, if you love this video, give it a great like, and if you have any suggestions, so do comment on our video, and please don't forget to share this with your friends as well. You can also share it on every social media platform where you can do, and that will be a great help. Thank you so much guys, all the best, and make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. Bye bye.